What's up, Alpha? It's your boy Alpha's May, and I see you Alphas in the building. Can an Alpha please get a wazam? You know what day it is. It is it's Friday night because we're a little late this week. We had issues, but it is Bel-Air season finale time, and I'm here with the two guys that y'all know what they talking about. We up to the top left. We have Uniqo Williams. How you doing today, my guy?
What's good, everybody? You know the deal. We just out here living our best lives, trying to get rich, stay rich by using illegal websites to stream.
You know it. Don't stream illegally, WrestleMania. You could be here tomorrow, and Joe will join me and whoever else want to join. Tori, Monte, I don't know who want to watch WrestleMania, but whoever here, we're gonna do a watch party live on this channel. So be here, be ready. Night 1 and 2. 3-hour shows will be here tomorrow. And speaking of Monte, the Mr. Beanie Man himself without the beanie, how you doing today, my guy?
Don't worry, it's coming back soon. Otherwise, what's up? Your friendly neighborhood Beanie Man is back again, ready to go ahead and talk about this little season finale. It will be back, and boy. I like to say.
Very accurate assessment.
My first thoughts on the show, and then we're gonna get into Monte's 3 thoughts. Marlon Wayans showed up, and that was the absolute biggest shock in my life. Like, what the? Marlon Wayans just showed up, John. I'm like, that's who Lou is? I guess he got the hairstyle and they light skin. But shout out to Marlon Wayans getting work. Let's go.
When I tell you, whoever did the camera work, they know what the freak they were doing. They did that back shot. You couldn't tell who it is. Okay, that man turned around. I promise my neighbors had to have heard me shrieking. They heard me scream. I was like, oh my God. It threw me off so much because Marlon Wayans is always known as a comedian type actor. And for him to pop up on the season finale as Lou, of all people, threw me for such a loop. I had to pause. I cracked up laughing. I was shrieking a little bit. I just could not believe it. And yet, he fit the role perfectly.
He did his job.
I couldn't believe it. It cracked me up so much to see him, but once he did his work, it fit perfectly. Man.
So what Monte said, he fit perfect as a bum. But let's get right to the show. Let's get to Monte's 3 points. I gotta make like a little thing for it from when next season starts. Whenever we do Atlanta or Moon Knight, have Monte's 3.
They mad at Donald Glover right now, by the way. Go ahead though.
I mean, I will. I probably will start watching it though. But as for
I'm gonna catch you on this weekend.
These 3 things for the finale, it's a lot happened. A lot, which compared to the last episode seems a bit surprising. But yeah, so, top thing, number 1, we have the miss with Will's father. And it is the miss because, we find out the entire story. They don't really hide anything when it comes to his dad. You find out, okay, daddy was in jail. Okay, relatively simple. We all pretty much figured something like that. Uncle Phil was his lawyer. We had some conjecture about that. And, basically he lost the case. And they pretty much fulfilled his same role as the original show. His dad is sort of like an ex-con, a con man, trying to get over. But dad ultimately blamed it on mom. And we find out the family just decided to cut my man off after he got up in jail. They just cut him off, pretended like he didn't exist, and lied to Will the whole way through. And my point number 1 is I don't know, and I honestly don't know if that was really the best idea. I cannot 100% say I agree with their methods. Like, I understand dad got arrested and you don't want to expose Will to his dad being in jail. I get that. I don't know if that's the best route to do because ultimately, what would have ever prevented Lou other than Lou being the type of person he was? What would have prevented him from just coming to see his son out the blue? And he would have found out in an even worse way. I don't really just seeing nothing out the blue stopping that. So to me, I don't really feel like that's the best route. It's just to pretend he don't exist and then just hope he don't come looking for his son after the fact. It's sort of off. So I was just like, I don't really agree with that part. I can understand to a certain extent, but I don't necessarily agree that that's the best route to go. So that's just number one is I don't know if what the family did was worth what happened. That'd be one. And two, I had to talk about it. My second takeaway, Jazz, my boy. Jazz is my boy. Okay, well, nobody said Jazz is that guy. Jazz is that man. That man is my spirit animal. Jazz is that guy because I did the same thing. I be coming up and giving that man the eyes. I looked at Hilary just like, she got money. And she looked better. And as soon as he gave that line, she was like, I don't know, I might poison you. You got me. I'm gone. I'm gone. I don't see. Ain't nobody Hilary ain't fooled me. Hilary ain't fooled me. Why that night? We just so happen to see that he clapping the cheeks. We just so happen to see it that night after you see that Ivy gonna give him some play. And that's gonna be something that's gonna play in the future because obviously, Hilary working together with Ivy, Jazz is over there being, that guy, and he gonna come in contact with her. So that's gonna be a thing. So my number 2 is Hilary. I don't think she could be trusted. And it's really unfortunate to say that at this point. Hilary, they seem to have painted Hilary to be the type that don't want to take ownership of the things that she has and has done in her life. It don't really seem like she wants to do that. Like she still got to slide things with Jazz, still like the finer things, still trying to find ways out of other ways by using other people in ways instead of just taking ownership for the things that she's done. Like Jazz, like, no, y'all can go into a partnership, but it look like, is it really a partnership you doing with Ivy, or you just using her to get out of this $50,000 bill? And then, what happens after that? So it don't really seem like Hilary is taking the high route. It seems like she's just trying to slide by. And so for her season, her upcoming thing, I wonder what's gonna happen with her if Jazz, if she walk up and she see Ivy and Jazz that one night. I'm just like, what you gonna do then? So my number 2, Hilary, gonna take. Then number 3, this might be a little bit of me. I ain't gonna lie to you, it might be a little bit of me. But did Will overreact at the end? I'm of the mindset, even though I know it's a lot, it seems like you overreacted a little bit. And I understand he's a 17-year-old kid.
That's the theme of the week, right? Did Will overreact?
Like, crazily. Like,
okay.
We know that. Did Will overreact? Grammys is one thing. Jabari, this Will, it's like, I understand you find out that your dad is alive, he's in jail and all that kind of stuff. Not to mention the fact, Jeffrey really went to this man out of complete nowhere. He's like, okay, Uncle Phil, you fired me. That's fine. I ain't got to listen to you no more. Went straight to the man that told him that your son looking for him. Do what we doing now, Jeffrey? Do what we doing? He's like, okay, don't play like me like that. I'm going to go ahead and let the man be his son. That's why we're doing Jeffrey. But okay, cool then. So it's just like, Will, you find out your dad, he was existed, but ultimately you find out that your family was right in keeping him away from you because ultimately you find out your dad wasn't crap in a certain kind of way. So it's like, I already said previously, I don't agree with their methods, but their reasoning of he wasn't going to be a good effect on your life after coming from jail and everything ultimately turned out to be right. Because after meeting your dad, chopping up a little bit, you find out he was blaming your mama, whether he right or not. That's not the thing to do. When you first meet your son, that's 15 years. It's not, 13 years. Not what you do. So ultimately,
they can confuse me by his age again.
He's 17. I remember that. So it's like,
but he said 18
you find out your family
y'all
was
forgot
right
on the show.
But you take it out on said family by just like, you know what? Forget all y'all. I'm finna leave. What? Like that don't make sense. Like you upset at family. I get you upset at family, but it's answer to then take family's car and leave and. Like, where are you gonna go? Like, just realistically speaking, you ain't gonna fly back home to Philadelphia because you're mad at your mama. You're gonna leave this house, and this is the only place you really know. Lisa beefing with you. Where you gonna go? Like to me, I'm just like, it don't really like you overreacted a little bit. I understand. You can go and go for a walk. You can just go space out for a little bit. To go grab clothes and just be like, I'm just leaving. Where you finna go? Like, no, he make like, bro.
He just being
like,
he just being light skinned. He coming back home. He just need
It's
all
time.
the growth, like all the growth that you had over this entire season, and this is the decision you come up with. That I'm just gonna leave. No, dude, no.
We'll
You can go get a breathe or whatever. You don't need to go get some clothes and try to leave like you finna go somewhere. How you gonna go somewhere in that kind?
He
No,
just being
man.
light skinned, Monte.
I guess I get like maybe it hit him all at once, but to me, I'm like, okay,
He coming back episode 1.
he gonna come back because what choice does he really have? He gonna come
LA
back.
expensive, dog.
Hold on, it sounds like to me, Monterey, what you saying is Will been acting like he been living in Bel-Air his whole life, because that's what somebody who live in Bel-Air their whole life do. Like, you a dude that's broke from Philly, you like really about to be like, man, forget all y'all. I'm leaving all this mansion and all this stuff behind, and I'm gonna leave in your Beamer.
I'm
like,
gonna say
what a kid does.
Yo, I like they addressed that too in a way. They're like, oh, why can we can't find the car because of Jeffrey's name? I'm like, okay, at least y'all addressed it. At least because it was weird. Because they were like, how do you take their car and they can't track you? But like, it's in Jeffrey's name.
Jeffrey gotta come back.
So Jeffrey got to come back first, and then he gonna go get Will.
Will probably just gonna come back the next day. Let's just be real. Will be like, I was driving around a while and I'm gonna come back.
He might crash at Jazz's probably. Crash at Jazz's for a second.
But
I'll say he'll come back. I ain't worried.
Unless Jazz, all you gotta do is add, Jazz. Hilary can just add Jazz. He gotta tell her, right? He can't just not tell Hilary that.
He ain't about to live with him. He like Jazz.
Nah, he's just gonna crash that for. He gonna come back the next day. He gonna be mad at all of them, and he gonna be like, I don't feel like talking to none of y'all. And he'll talk to Carlton a little bit. You know, Carlton. Shout out to Carlton. Carlton has officially found his black card. He officially has his black card after this. My man, like, nah, bro, let me hook. Sloop. My man got his black card, bro. That is something that you know you do for your.
He got that credit card, so he can go out there and get a hotel or something for a few days.
Carlton, not only that, Carlton knew as soon as he saw that, he's like, I need to go find this information right quick. Hey, yo, Will, you need to see. I'm not gonna let you get blindsided, bro. Like, I got you, Will. I'm not gonna let you get blindsided. I'm gonna need you to read this, fam, because you're not gonna get blindsided by this bull that they finna tell you right quick. My man Carlton has found his black card. And then after that, my man went and cried to Lisa. My boy even went and made sure that Will was covered with his ex-girlfriend so that she'll give him another chance in season 2. He made sure. Carlton is that guy. He's like, Will, I'm going to make sure your girl going to forgive you for leaving her at 3 o'clock. I'm going to make sure you got some bread just in case you got to stay somewhere tonight. Bruh, Carlton.
That's why Will said, hey, bro, y'all make me mad. Carlton. You, Hilary, Ashley, love y'all.
Carlton, man. Like, I mean, well, to me, Will like. Really,
I'm glad they covered that too, because I was like, how he go? Like to Joe's point, he broke. So I'm like, how you gonna? Then Carlton gave him the card. So okay, so that take care of that. Why come they in his car? Why come they can't track it? Okay, it's in Jeffrey's name. They took care of all the bases for all the little questions. Like, this is weird. Even though I still don't get how they can buy a car and it's only in Jeffrey's name, the only one that can do it. But they tried to cover.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's just the tracking was in Jeffrey's name. They didn't put the parents on there because we got Jeffrey. What we need to know where our kids is at for.
Something in me is just not right with them letting this man walk out. Will
Mom asked the same thing, Monte.
Y'all letting him walk out? Like, you clearly see this man got bags. He is in an emotional state. Why you let him walk out? Like,
yo, Joe, they covered that too. Vi said, hey, you just let him walk out?
Like, why you let this man, like, I don't want you to physically make him walk out. You could be like, Carlton, go ride with them. Like, follow him. One of y'all can get in the car and follow the man. He in an emotional state. He not finna be checking behind his rear.
I just thought about it. Monte, they make Jeffrey do all this.
Yeah.
They ain't used to doing this. Like, what do we do? Jeffrey handle this.
They'll probably we got the tracking device, but I'm just like, bro, to me that thing, I'm just like, I get Will is in an emotional state. Like, okay, he just saw his father. His father ain't crap. Your family lied to you and made you like. I guess it's just the struggles, which we might find out a bit more in season 2 of like the actual struggles that he had growing up without said father. You know how it really affected him. Because for all we know, Lou may not necessarily be gone. Like, he may show up again in season 2 or something like that. Because the way they ended the show was in a way to where you cannot accurately predict how season 2 would go.
Luke gave him a
Like,
little
it's
threat,
not
didn't
really-
he? Luke said he got to deal with the consequences. I said, what?
No, which one? Oh yeah, he said it. I'm like, what?
Now he got to deal with the consequences. I'm like, Luke, what you done did?
It's not like consequences. Like, what are you doing? Like, but
Yeah, threat.
it just depends. It just depends. Like I said, Lou, to me, I don't necessarily think Lou is just gone. Like, I think there's still more of his story to be told. I mean, you got Marlon Wayans. I'm gonna need you to give me some more Marlon Wayans. Marlon Wayans like, you, he ain't no. So we like this thing. That we like this thing.
Hey,
Marlon
but
said,
them
Marlon
acting
said,
like that
"Scary
kind
house."
of give their personalities the similar personalities with father and son, because they both just irrationally just start lashing out at each other.
He fit.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
freaking fit. Like I was shocked. Marlon fit that role. It just, boy, that turnaround, boy. Oh my god! But it fit. Like I'm with it.
It was perfect. They was bonding. You remember we did this and this and this, and then he like, your stupid mama. Like, what you say? The whole when the whole Joe, they talked about Allen Iverson tickets. They talking about all this. They having a good time laughing. He dissed his mama, and that was it.
She pushed me to have to do that for the old man.
He like, did she make you? Nah, but you understand.
But I mean,
Phil got rich and we didn't. So Phil was getting rich and we didn't.
I get Will in some of the spots, man, because as soon as he was like, Aunt Bye, 10 years, not one visit, I'm like,
he did hit you with that.
Auntie Bye, really? Like we didn't know that. I'm like,
well,
10 years ain't
yeah.
10 years?
Yeah.
You ain't visit them in 10 years and you got money? So I can't. So now looking back at how I don't know how I was feeling a little bit, I'm like, she a bit more justified, baby girl. 10 years? You ain't visited 10 years. You sending money, but you ain't visited yourself in 10 years. You ain't came to see your sister. You ain't came to see your mama. You got married into some money.
And you saw what happened before she started painting. You seen her lifestyle before she started painting. She ain't do nothing but sit around that house. She had all day to all them summers, all that stuff to go back to Philly and say what's up and show love. Take Will out real quick. Get him some stuff, even though he had all the freshest J's.
The Philly cheese steak.
Man, come on, you got to, man. And Uncle Phil, I think he would have been down too. He know he a hardworking man, but still, come on, man.
Hey, just somebody wanted to say that they're not poor. They're probably lower middle class because she is a nurse. So somebody wanted in the comments wanted to rectify, but they compared to Aunt Viv and them and Uncle Phil, they are considered what you would consider very poor.
The counter argument I say to that is,
but she's single by herself though.
No, I say for her to Auntie Vi to have to do everything by herself, she probably works extremely long hours.
Yeah,
which would also weigh on Will's mind because he'd be by himself a lot, which without the father figure and stuff, it can make it a little bit more difficult. So I can understand Will in that aspect. I'm just like, Will, that's like, man, like you just sign off and get some clothes and just go. I'm like, like I get it, but I'm like,
LA expensive, dog.
Like, where were you really finna go? Like, for all we know, he still might not have found the money Carlton put in his pocket. So I'm like, bro, where were you really gonna go? Who credit card was you gonna use? Theirs?
Yo,
you finna get found. Now you can put it. You can say this because he's a kid. He wouldn't have thought that far. But I'm just
in Mississippi. I'm telling you, he could have got away with about a month. In California, he ain't getting away for
in LA.
He ain't getting away for a day, dog. Hotel ticket cost like $2,000. I'm like, that's a rent. Especially for TwitchCon. TwitchCon is expensive.
So now I just got to try to predict. Like season 2, he'll come back. I don't know if they're gonna do like a small time skip. They might just go straight to like senior year or something like that. Maybe I don't know if they're gonna do that. They're just going straight from where we left off, and he come back the next morning. I don't really know which one they're gonna do. But either way, he gonna come back and he gonna be like almost like he started over, like he was in the beginning of this season. He gonna be like distant from probably the older folks. He'll be cool with Hilary. He'll be all right with Hilary. He'll be all right with Ashley, and he'll be cool with Carlton. But the rest of them, he'll be a little distant. He ain't gonna go to school. He ain't gonna be nowhere near the same in school. I don't really know how him and Lisa gonna do this now, because he gonna have the dad thing on his head. But it's gonna be messy at the first beginning of this episode, because he'll be distant from a lot of things. He ain't gonna really feel like being in the mindset to try to be with Lisa. Lisa probably still gonna be on some of that bull. Like, you lied to me. Do you not see why? My man even said, do you not see why? Like, come on now. But I mean, you know.
Can I get in? Can I get into my take on the show on this past episode, please?
Take it. I'm done.
Listen. First of all, that Carlton scene when he went up to Lisa and had his talk with her, I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty sure it got a little moist, just like one little like moist just came down the cheek. Just one. It was a good performance. I felt Carlton in that moment, and like you mentioned,
I agree.
He looked out from the Lisa thing. He's supposed to meet me here. Man, his dad came to town. Like, you don't understand the type of dude you dealing with, what's really going on. Really, it could all be so simple. Like, he shot a gun in the air. That's probably a slap on the wrist, if anything. He found a gun. He ain't gonna rat his boy out just like, man, I found a gun. I just shot in the air to clear the crowd. That's all I tried to do. And that could have been over with. Boom. But the dad lurking in the background.
He can get over with that LA feeling. He can't get over with that feeling.
Let me throw this out here about Luke. First and foremost, one of the most intense parts about it, we all love to hear a good, y'all know it, bitch ass nigga. We love a good old bitch ass nigga. I love it. That's my I came up on my headset. I love a good strong one, especially when you mean that in an act of passion, when you in an N-word moment. Yes, sir. We love it. So I was happy to see that. Also, that was a big surprise that it was Marlon. Like, he people don't give him enough credit. He has a lot of serious roles that he does a pretty damn good job in. But that part was really good. But I mean, it started off so cool. Like, yeah, I do remember being in the 76ers room, in the locker room. He had some good memories, and it just went left. Like, Will took it left. Will took it left, like out of nowhere. And that is what it is. But
he's mama's boy, so he's a mama's boy, so
that too.
You can't.
I mean, can you blame him? His mama raised him for 13 straight.
I'm saying, man, he dissed his mama, and then he like, then it got kind of real.
But there's some to that, man. Like, man, I don't know. I agree with Monte, man. They could have at least don't leave a man wondering, like, man, your daddy went to jail when you was 4. It is what it is. We're not gonna tell you what he did, but he might go asking, and he may have went that other route trying to be like his daddy one day. That's an outcome. So let's just not talk about him at all. You focus on his basketball, because I know a lot of kids like that hear something about someone that passed away and they try and be like them, and you can't because they passed away. So you don't really know how you really trying to emulate them. You just want to be known for what they was known for. And they known for what they known for, but they in that situation for that part. Also, we need to also shout this out. Uncle Phil lost the case, y'all, or he at least got him that bad plea deal. So Phil was the lawyer for Will's dad. And maybe that was the best he could do, considering an old man got killed out of this. He's saying he didn't do it. And then later on, he said something. I don't know. But then let's get on to
they said assault. They said assault. They didn't say he died. They said assault. So
yeah.
He said he robbed him. So.
Yeah, they said he robbed him. And then he said he didn't do it. But then he told Will that his mom pushed him to do it. Then he called them words, and then Will got upset.
So
yeah, Uncle Phil did say he was guilty.
So I don't know. If it was she really like that? Was she really like, was she manipulative, or is Lou really just a bad person? That's where we're getting stuck at. We don't know what the truth is at this point. I'm sure she pushed him to get a job probably, but he couldn't get a job because he had already was getting in trouble since 16, and I guess his parents died, and that's what pushed him to the street. So he's got his issues, and I felt Will on that when he was like, man, he just didn't have a second chance like I did. But he was into way more deeper stuff than Will was. But I mean, I'm just saying, I think if Will had finished out in Philadelphia, he goes to college and then he goes and lives his life. He's okay. Like, you know what I'm saying? But shit, he got a way better opportunity than everybody else. Shit, he should be happy that happened. So there's that part of it. And I like to end my thoughts with one thing and one thing only. Man, if Hilary don't do nothing else, she know how to walk around that corner. And she had that all black on with them gold chain ropes on the side, like she showed out. And then she even let Jazz get some of that what was it? The thirsty lingerie, thirsty chef. He let her. She
got some of the thirsty chef.
Got the corset. She wore the thirsty chef corset for him. So you know she feeling him, and that's something we got to keep an eye on. Is we got to watch it. We got to keep an eye on Ivy because I think Ivy's feeling them too. And
I'm not gonna ahead and not lie to you, bro. Hillary to be replaced officially for me thus far, bro. It's over with. Like Ivy, I'm sorry, it's over with. She. Ivy, I'm sorry, she fit my type better. She been replaced. I'm sorry.
We got a glimpse.
We'll see in season 2 if the mindsets and the personality affect something. But so far, it's already a replacement, bro.
See, this show is a hit. So Ivy, they gave us a glimpse of her at the church house, and then they let her see her at work. So we got that. So we got to see a little better of a glimpse of Ivy. But I gotta say this season was a hit. So I believe the budget goes up, and I believe the outfits get smaller. That's all I got to say. So that's my spill on it. That's
Joe,
my spill.
I got a question for you. We heard Monte talk about that. How do you feel about Hilary at the end, toward the end, kind of manipulating her way out of that country? Oh, if you just buy the house, then I just be your thing, and we do like a partnership, and I can help you with your vision.
Sister girl might mess around and do her worse than what the white man was doing to her, you know, after she buy it. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since they've seen each other now, so we'll have to see. Now we know that it's looking good for Hilary, but we don't know what kind of expectations, because she got an accountant. Ivy got an accountant.
Ivy rich,
okay,
bro. She can buy a whole influence house, dog. She is good.
Yeah, she loaded. Like she's
not just buying Hilary country. She's buying the whole house.
I mean,
she like you just buy the house and them 4 people. But that's what got me. Jazz told her
the partner.
It's like you need to stop looking at her as like a get out of jail free card basically, and look at her as like a partner. And Hilary just took the word of it, but still was like, oh, you can just buy this whole house. Like to me, Hilary still don't see her like a partner. She see her like this is my way out of this mess, and use it to get on like a come up kind of thing. But it don't really seem like a partnership to me from Hilary's side. That ain't the feeling I got from Hilary, which is sort of disappointing me that Hilary is on this.
It kind of fits. It fits that daddy always bailed me out. So I'm trying to find ways to get bailed out scenario that she got to grow out of in season 2. You know what I mean? I think that's a storyline for season 2. Like, how does she get out of this mindset of needing people? She used him to bail her out of not having a home. Like, oh, I'm gonna join this influence house. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I'm gonna do this because the guy told her that. He like, hey, you seem to quit easy when things don't go your way, and you seem to run away, and somebody else take care of your problem. So it kind of like they built that up for this season just to like kind of deal with it next season, which I kind of like.
If she was not working on getting that 50 bands from nothing, I don't think she earned.
She would use her daddy credit card and told Jay when my daddy found out. He was like, when daddy see this bill, it's over with.
I mean, we just need to go ahead and, like I already said, I know Hilary gonna be upset when she walk in that same hotel room and Jazz will be laid up with Ivy, and I'll be like, well, my man made the right decision for his time being, and
Hey, y'all notice Carlton was feeling Ivy too, right?
He gave her a quick hi Ivy kind of thing. So I don't know if I could.
That's that little brother liking big sister thing. I've seen that a lot.
That's go ahead and just bring Aisha back, man. Bring that girl from the party back. Don't bring Aisha and let him get it. Let him get a little thing. He already got his black card. He officially, from me, has his black card now. So now he has his black card, and him and Lisa done got at a place to where like they'll be able to like probably start a good friendship. I'm guessing now, like a pure friendship, since he had to confide in her because Will is gone. So now I think they can grow there, and now he can find him a little squeeze, and when he go back to school, it's gonna be different. Like he's gonna have an entirely different mantra, entirely different mindset, everything in school, because he's not gonna be around Connor and the rest of them. So he's gonna have to give him a new crew. And I'm thinking, Aisha gonna be like, hey, Carlton, well, oh, hey,
come sit with us at the Dasani table.
He's like, I'm not. It'll be something like, this is my first time really sitting with a table full of black people. Like it's gonna be along the line. He gonna say that. He gonna be like, I've never sat around And then she'll be like, "Yo, people." He was like, "Yeah, I just never really been around
outside of family.
like this."
Hey, I got.
Aisha coming, but I'm calling it. She gonna come and she need to come and go ahead and be my dude Squeeze and go ahead and get him, you know, let him know. Or matter of fact, I take it now because we remember in the original run of the show, Carlton got that luckiness with that older woman who was somebody else's wife. Now I don't think they're gonna go that same route in this version of the Fresh Prince, but his coming out party, you know, and with the females, that could be something they play with as well. Since we could assume that this Carlton, you know, hasn't been a good social person with dating, so that might be something too, my man. Man, instead of just somebody else's wife, might be Aisha might go ahead and let my boy become a man or something. You know?
I got a few more questions. Ben went back to Reed and said Phil doesn't care anymore, which I never seen him say.
The lies that were told. How
do you feel about that, Joe?
Man, look, she's setting herself up, bro. You go ahead, Uniqo. I'm like, bro.
Like, I was shocked she went back and told him that, Phil don't care. We talked about it. Like, when did they would have showed that?
Uniqo?
Maybe they did talk about it. I mean, that was a pretty deep talk, and maybe he came to his senses and going across, doing the whole quitting the Senate race. Maybe that was enough of the talk for her.
So she going on the road with another grown man working closer together that you know his history. Phil ain't going for that.
Man, we all know the truth. We all are waiting on the episode where Reed make his move, and we just trying to see what Auntie Bill do. That's all we waiting on. We can act like this all nice and friendship, you know. We can act like it. We all know the look in that man's eyes when he saw Auntie Bill the first couple times. We all know what's in the making.
He gonna twirl that look like he do in every movie. Y'all know how he do.
We just trying to see.
Yo,
what episode he gonna pull his move? He'll be like, "So, I've noticed that your art is, taking the turn. I was wondering if I could work on that. Grab her hand once. All right, Reed, what are you doing? I don't know. It's just the magic of this atmosphere right now. It's just having an effect on me. I don't know. We all know it's coming, bro. We all know it. We just waiting. We all know it's coming."
The crazy part is in Uncle Phil's circle, he don't even have in his circle of people he is around. There's no female involved at all, but obviously his daughters and Aunt Viv. They haven't shown anybody, even a close friend, that he could even almost cheat. There's no type of potential love interest for Uncle Phil at all. So he just on his own on this one.
He don't need one. Uncle Phil is Uncle Phil. He don't need no loving. You got a wife.
You can't tame him like that. He can be serious about his what you call his endeavors and his dreams and what he wants to do. He could be a little bit too strong on that, but as from a quote unquote moral aspect, man, it can't get that messy, right?
He gonna hit that. He gonna hit him like he did in Soul Food.
You telling me?
I'm telling you,
he can get. I don't know. I know.
Eve, barbershop, but he pulled off Eve. You know what I mean?
We is just waiting for. I can say we. I can say we don't.
Michael Ealy dangerous, bro. Michael Ealy dangerous with the mind.
I'm waiting on that man to go ahead and pull that move and go ahead and make his move towards Auntie Viv. And I just want to see if Auntie Viv going. If she going, it's over with. Her character gonna be destroyed forever. But if she don't go, if she go, let her kiss him once.
Monte gonna say, "Got a brilliant light skin, ain't been."
Oh, hey, kiss the baby. We not gonna see the original Aunt Viv on this reboot because she just went crazy the other day on Instagram.
Well, she supported Will and he in charge of it, so she might be definite now.
Yeah, it's over with, man.
Shout out to Westbrook.
She's toxic. She can't be too close to it. To the after what she pulled that first run around, and it's over with.
She rolled with Will. Will said, "I got you, dog."
Nah, Will ain't thinking about nobody old Aunt Viv. She too much to happen since
she
then.
She the only one that rolled with him, dog.
As I said, I am simply waiting for Reed to pull. I'm gonna tell you the things I'm waiting for.
Worse when she agrees with him. It looks worse when she agrees with. Hey, he didn't want that. It looked worse.
That's it. I ain't worried about it. Room to wait. The things I'm waiting on for next season. I'm going ahead and pay my all three of them are extremely petty. I don't care how y'all feel. Number one, I'm waiting on Jazz to go ahead and hit that move on Ivy, or Ivy to go. Matter of fact, it might even be Ivy hit the move for Jazz. She was going after just one look, so she might just see Jazz herself, and she might put the move on him. I'm waiting for that move to happen and Hilary to be upset, because once Hilary hit rock bottom, she gonna hit rock bottom. Jazz been trying to get her to come around and be understanding, cook for yourself, get some of the regular stuff. He been trying to get her for the longest, and she been on this stuff. But cool. So she gonna hit rock bottom. So we'll say Hilary rock bottom / whenever Ivy go pull her move. That's number one. Number two is gonna be however Will and Lisa get back together. That'd be my nice one. Because I don't really know how they're gonna get back together, but they're gonna get back together. We all know it. I just need to know how they're gonna do it, and it's gonna be nice and everything. So that'd be one. That two. And then my third one is, I want to say when Carlton go ahead and has his moment, because we already talked about Reed. I know Reed gonna pull his move. I know that's gonna happen. I know.
Too light skinned, his eyes blue. He ready.
But that's the thing about it. I don't care if he pull his move or not, because that's gonna it's more gonna affect Uniqo if Auntie Viv goes for it. Uniqo might literally
flip
he'll
shit.
be upset. He'll be upset. So
yes.
So it'll affect him more. I'm more focused on when Carlton gets his little main squeeze, because it's gonna happen. So whenever Carlton get his main squeeze, whenever Ivy pull her move on against Hilary, and whenever Will and Lisa get back together, I like relationships and things like that in dramas because they always make the most juicy stuff. Most dramas are wrapped up in it anyway. So therefore, my things are relationship wise. Auntie Viv and Reed, just know people. Nick, that following episode of our review, if Auntie Viv goes for Reed, me and Grandpa gonna sit back and we're gonna be like, welcome to Uniqo show where he has things to talk about with Auntie Viv. We are here for background noise only. My man has been having his whole time. And we're gonna sit back and just let it begin, and it will be ugly.
You are the pinnacle of a woman. Why could you just sit back and shut up like light-skinned Viv?
Uniqo, what are you looking for next season? And then we're gonna get out of here in the season finale, and we'll be back. I don't know when we're coming back for this show, but we'll be back next week for ATL, and we do Moon Knight next week too. So Moon Knight on Wednesday.
I'm just here to focus on what's going to be the next thing that Uncle Phil has to handle, because it has to be something, because he was preoccupied at first, with his own thing going on, and then people just every now and then they all just meet in that front door and just have a quick talking conversation. Sometimes they have it in the office, but I know that Lou is looming. Jeffrey's got to come back, because you can't just be like, hey man, I came here to talk to you on behalf of your son, and this is the address where you can go find him. Whoa, hold up, Jeffrey. Hold on. Now you ain't supposed to be. I mean, how did you get up here?
I don't know if he had to, I think his address considered a public official. So
I don't know if your house pull up like that, but possibly you might be right. But I'm just saying,
you can find anybody's address if you look them up.
I mean, but that would say that Lou knew where Phil was the entire time. He just flat out knew where he was.
That could be it.
Work.
But we got that. We still got Lou is still looming, especially for how people was calling for him to get an Oscar off of his performance. People was calling for that just off of this episode. So I mean, they got to bring him back and try and give Marlon a shot at actually getting it next year. Again, I'm looking forward to Will continue to be himself some more. Because I mean, when Carlton came in, he said, "What's up, Mighty Mouse? Shouldn't you be zipping around the track or something?" Like he was still just being himself. Like I'm telling you, he's the only person out of this show that is not removed from the original show. Like he is still himself, and I love that. So I'm looking more for his growth, how he gets through this. He gonna get Lisa back. In the original, did he get Lisa back, or he married his hometown girl?
Oh no, he can be married Lisa. They went and moved in together.
Oh, okay. Because he had that home. He had what's her name?
I remember he took the wig off.
That was after college, though. That was after college.
In college. He had her. He had her for a second.
Didn't they break up like twice though?
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
You know that happened.
Well, I can't do this anymore with you. There you go. There she go. But yeah, that's what I'm looking. I mean, I think the biggest storylines right now are, because now everybody's in the growth stage, so it's just more or less the only like real drama that's left is Lou, Hilary, and the younger Michelle Obama. What's going on with her? Ashley thing, I think they might say this is a special episode, like back in the 90s.
Yo, the first series focused on Ashley a lot from the first episode. This show just like put in the background. This whole
did they really?
Yeah, I am curious
bro,
what they're gonna use Ashley
bro,
for.
she had 2 episodes about her. Everybody else basically was in every episode that was important.
When she got older, I feel
Well,
like
Bro,
to be
the
fair,
first
like-
season, she was the one doing the drums, and she had to learn the drum from Will in the very first episode.
But yeah, that was just a way to introduce her. Like, I don't blame them for not building up on, because Ashley's not really the main part of the show yet. Anyway, she's only 12. She's not meant to be the main thing of the show.
That's why I agree with Monte. She should have been 15.
she's very smart, and she is tackling stuff. So I mean,
No, I feel like she should have been. to
Maybe
me, she should have been
14.
like 14.
Yeah, 14. If Carlton's 17, 14. Hilary about what, 20?
21.
Yeah, it was 20.
Yeah, 2021. So yeah, that
So
would have
it
made
even
sense.
made more sense to me if she was like 14. But
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Fine. But to be fair, depending
Remember
on when
Euphoria,
season
Joe?
2 starts,
She could have scored Euphoria.
but depending on when season 2 starts, like if let's say it starts later this year, which I'm hoping it does. Let's say it starts later this year, then her age will make a little more sense if they age Ashley up in the show. Like let's say like they go to like the 18 and Ashley's like 13 or something like that. If they age up a little bit, then it'll work better because they won't have to like age progress her. Like, you know, Ashley grew up over the show over freaking 6 years, and I don't expect this show to go on for six years over the course of like how many seasons. So it'll make sense as they age. But why they got an older actor for her, it just looks awkward now because she's so advanced for a 12-year-old. But like I said, she's not meant to be the main theme of the show or anything like that. She'll become a little bit more progressive, whether she gets a girlfriend or she gets a boyfriend, and you know, they be like had that little spiel. Because she still has to have a coming out party where she actually tells her mom that she's bisexual. So they still haven't done that yet either. Like, so when she tells her mom, and then like, you know, I don't know if they're gonna show a scene where she'll actually kiss somebody or not. Who knows? But well, as far as Uniqo thing, I'm with him. Like, what is Uncle Phil gonna deal with? I don't really know. It's a really good point.
There's a lot of potential stuff he can deal with.
he got time for Hilary now, like to really focus in on that. He really got time.
I think he's more focused on culture right now because you see his son seem to be lonely. It seemed like his zone. It seemed like he at the finale. It seemed like, son, do you want to go to the F1 thing? He's like, what about Will? Because he got used to Will. He's like, I thought it was just gonna be me and you. You know what I'm saying? So, and then you saw him at the exhibit when he was looking at Will's portrait that ain't Bill made, and Hilary like, you jealous? And then Uncle Phil saw it and he stared at him. You're like, out of everybody, he seemed to be the most lonely right now. So,
well, I mean, Carlton does have that. He still has that feeling of like he got overshadowed and quote unquote abandoned because of Will coming there. So he still feels that way a little bit. So it's understandable. To me, the only thing I can say for Uncle Phil is that his politics run isn't done yet.
he's gonna probably be a judge like the show. They probably gonna make him a judge. You run for a judge or something.
I mean, I just don't think he's done with Judge Robinson and Fred Wilkes. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I don't see any reason why just because they're still running the election don't mean they're done with him. Like, we still got to figure out what this plan was that Judge Robinson was talking about with him initially while he ran with them. So we still got to find that out. You know, so his running politics with them.
I don't think
folks
it's gonna be
isn't
like politics. Well, it might be Will getting in trouble again, or Carlton.
I mean, it's still wrap up with it.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I think we done with the trouble with the law stuff. Unless I know they still got that episode that they had in the original with Uncle Phil had to get both of them out of their racial profiling, but I feel like they touched on that at the party. So like they touched on that already. Just like we don't need to do the drug episode because they already touched on that. So like as far as callbacks to the old show. So I just
don't think he's done with them. I don't think he's done with them because I mean Judge Robinson just might come back around and be like, so just because we done with this little race, don't mean that you still don't owe me a favor for getting your freaking son out of jail. I mean, getting your freaking nephew out of jail. You still owe me something for that. Like that's not done. He's not done with those two yet because they're still wrapped. I mean, one is his former friend. Farrah Wilkes is still his friend. His daughter is dating Will, so it's not like he can avoid him. And then Judge Robinson did get him out of jail. So to me, they still have ties together, and I think they're still gonna end up like having to deal with each other. If it's good, bad, whatever, I don't know. But Uncle Phil's dealing with politics, not necessarily just the politics part, but just dealing with the political folks. That ain't quite done yet.
first thing he got to deal with is Jeffrey. So I think that's gonna be the first thing he deal with. Besides finding Will at, he got to deal with getting Jeffrey back. Because everybody seemed to be a little upset Jeffrey gone, especially Aunt Bill when she found out.
Jeffrey better be back by episode 3 on Bel-Air.
He ain't even answering for the kids. He said, "Why isn't Jeffrey returning any of our calls?"
Yeah.
Jeffrey better come back by episode 3 of season 2, or I would have to make a trip. Don't say now. He need to be back by episode 3 of season 2. My boy Jeffrey needs to be back.
Hey, can we tell the truth? When Jeffrey left, everything kind of went haywire a little bit.
Of course, he kept everything together.
Like all of a sudden, everybody doing the wild stuff. We don't know where Will at. They can't find him. All of a sudden, the election. You think Jeffrey let that man let that go up there? No, Jeffrey wouldn't let that go.
Let's not forget, Wilkes got it. Wilkes' wife is shady. So now you being in politics, what if there's some kind of, they
gotta handle that story. Ain't Bill gonna fight her? You think they can put that in after the Oscars?
Right, it's not. They not done yet, bro. Like these families, Judge Robinson, Fred Wilkes' wife, auntie, that crap not done yet, bro. The only thing you need to happen, bro, let Angela, I think that's her name, let Angela end up popping up at one of Auntie Bill's events.
Ain't Bill
Auntie Bill got touring or whatever, and Angela pop up there. Oh, okay. So you done had your little baby now? Oh, bro.
Come on, Will. Westbrook Company. Everybody produce this show. Let Aunt Bill walk up there and slap on this stage, please. Call back for me one time. They do one call back.
Save it for season 3.
Yo,
she be there that baby by then. No, she was about to blow it anyway. But yeah.
But it's a lot. It's a lot. I think they still got a lot to, because Hilary probably got the biggest looming factor that we know of, because she clearly just set up a situation for this gonna be a focus for next season.
Yeah, especially because she's been replaced in my book. You know, she's now number 2 in the show. So, you know, she definitely got to like do some things, try to come back up to number 1. But Ivy got to show that she ain't a good person, which we don't really know much about Ivy other than, you know, she got banked. But, you know, Ivy so far, you know, she got me hypnotized in the spell. And I don't know if I got the fake lips like Robin or not. Find out next time on season 2 reviews of Overall 99.
We gonna be back.
Yes,
we coming back.
Yeah, we coming back. Next week we are doing Atlanta and we're doing Moon Knight. So we got a few more shows. Joe, I think he did Abbott Elementary. We're gonna start doing that. I've watched all the shows a little earlier. So but when Abbott Elementary come back, when P Valley come back, you know I did P Valley. So.
And we promise you this: if we doing all these shows, I promise you, not all of them gonna be 58 minutes and 48 minutes. I promise y'all, we gonna break these down a little bit quicker. I promise y'all, because there's way too much TV out there.
Yeah, we are. So we about to get out of here. You know, I'm like Alpha himself, looking cute, looking clean, looking sexy. All my links are in the bio. My books, my merch, everything is down below. Uniqo, what can they find you?
UniqoWilliams.com. All roads lead right here where you need to be.
Exactly. Monterey, what can they find you?
Your boy, you know, he is on TikTok, Instagram under Monterey Hudson. Click on the link trees. See all the stuff I'm a part of. I got everything you need. I got the funny. I got the serious. I got whatever's popping, whatever's real. Come see your boy like the grocery store. You leave better than you came. Will I be on Atlanta? I don't know yet. But tune in to find out.
Tune in. That's a mystery. Will Monte be on the Atlanta episode?
We'll be back, baby.
And he'll probably be on Moon Knight next Wednesday. So we'll see that. I'm looking forward to that. This weekend we are doing WrestleMania watch along. So we will not. No, don't ask. Please don't ask. We are not showing WrestleMania on TV. It will be on Discord, muted, and we'll be watching it and discussing wrestling and whatever going on night 1 and 2 of WrestleMania. And that's it. Thank you for watching.
Season 1
done.
So we did it.
See y'all next season for this. Some of y'all probably not watch everything else, but see y'all next season, season 2. Thank y'all for watching, by the way. 100 people each episode. 100 people each time. That's crazy.
Thank you, man.
Will Smith do numbers for me. Peace.